The morning of September 22nd, 2002 was like no other morning in Soul Live history before or since. That morning, we were waking up to head to an airport with all our gear to fly to Philadelphia. Or flying to Philadelphia because we were playing a little bit outside of Philly that night at the Tower Theater, opening for the Rolling Stones. So we have all our fly gear, cymbals, Kraz with guitars. We had pedal boards for Kraz and Neil. We were rolling light, and our luggage. Now, obviously, we had known about this gig before that morning, but that morning, it was the morning. It was happening today. So there's a lot of excitement, probably some nerves, but a lot of excitement. Get to Philly, do the thing, get our bags, head outside. We have to get to the venue. Now, we weren't exactly running on time. We were good, but like I said, the Tower Theater is it's Philly, but it's outside of Philly. And of course, we're not trying to be late for our sound check. These kind of shows run tight. Your set time, when you be there, when you're supposed to get there, your sound check, your set time, the length of your set time, it's got to be on point. Well, like I said, we get our bags, we walk outside. Philly is not a small town. It's not a small airport. And we were having a difficult time getting a cab. And mind you, we needed something large enough because we had, like I said, guitars, cymbals, pedal boards, luggage, and us. I don't know who finally got the cab, but a cab rolls up in front of us. We're like, oh, yes, okay, we're good. Guy gets out and looks at us. And it wasn't a large cab, but this is what we had. So we were trying not to be late. So, all right, this is what we got. Man, the cab was busted. It was busted. But the story gets even better. So the driver gets out. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, no problem. Someone, I don't remember who was sitting in front. It may have been me. I don't. This. There's some of this story I probably blocked out for a reason. We probably all did. This part in particular. So dude's like, okay, no, we can get you guys in here, but I had to get something out of the front seat, which is common. You have a lot of people sometimes, back then, this is pre like Uber and Lyft and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes the cab drivers would have the stuff up in the front because generally everyone's rolling in the back. Okay. Oh, this dude. Oh, God. This cat pulls out not one, but I think two large garbage bags. I'm not sure what was in those bags, but from the look of the inside of the cab and all that, chances are it was garbage. This cat takes the garbage bags out, throws them on top of the cab, and ties them down to the top of the cab. And if I'm remembering correctly, this cat also had like a bucket in there for tobacco. Cat was chewing tobacco and spitting into. It smelled so horrible in this cab. So we're up in this cab. Oh man. Okay, whatever. We got a cab. We're going to our first. This is the first show we ever opened up for the Rolling Stones. This is probably the biggest show of our lives to that point. So tell them where we're going. All right, we're driving on the highway, and then we get in a little town, and we're now normally when we're the opening band or whatever, just a normal gig. We show up in the afternoon, and you just roll up and you just walk in, and it's no big deal. No, not for this. The Stones were playing the Tower Theater. So when we're coming up on the joint, there's people everywhere. It's a scene. It is a complete scene. And I think Crass was telling the cab driver, look, it was just like when you're a kid and your parents were like, yo, I'm gonna take you to the movie theater. And you're like, all right, but you're not trying to get dropped off by your parents in the station wagon. So keep going, go down the street, go around the corner so some of our friends don't see us. That's exactly what we were like. Yeah, no, dude, keep rolling. Man, there was no way we were going to show up at the front of the Tower Theater with all these people out front. It said, Rolling Stones were so live on the marquee. Man, we were not about to roll up this janky, busted cab with garbage tied to the top of it. So we kept going, got away from the people, got down the street, grabbed all of our stuff, and started, stepping to the venue. Oh man. So we got in the joint, and walked in. These cats were already on stage sound checking. And man, it was great. It was a great night. I mean, so many memorable moments from that evening. One I remember when I was growing up. In a previous story, I was talking about Hendrix, and I was all Hendrix 24/7. I knew, and this is even up until when we played open for them, I should say, I knew a few Rolling Stone tunes, right? Like these cats were like sound checking. And then especially during the gig when, we hung out after we had opened and just checked out the show. What blew my mind, I knew every single song. That messed me up because I didn't own one Rolling Stones album until more recently, I'll say, since we played with them or whatever. I never owned a Stones album, but I knew every single song. And these cats were just crushing. They killed it so hard. It was a great show. But I could go on and on about the show. This story isn't about the show, really. I mean, that part of their show. But man, that cab ride, wow. But what really hit me later on in life, thinking about this now, that experience of that first night opening for those cats. We obviously we went on stage and we did our thing. We hit it hard. All the stones were right off to the side of the stage. I could almost touch them if I really wanted to. They were close. They were all hanging out there. We did the thing. We did our thing. I don't know. I know it would have been a completely different situation if we had rolled up all comfy like in a limo or something like that. First of all, what opening band's gonna roll up to the Stones gig in a limo? Well, I don't know, maybe a few, but not us. Nope, we rolled up in the garbage cab. But that was the way it was supposed to go down. Kept us honest. And I don't think it would have been as good a story had not that dude picked us up and delivered us in the garbage cab. Wow. So, humble beginnings, humble travels. That's what it's all about. All right, y'all.